SCP-2399. Due to SCP-2399's location and nature, physical means of containment are currently impossible. Implemented Foundation agents in major observatories are to contain images and footage of SCP-2399. An ongoing misinformation campaign is in effect, which has thus far been able to completely suppress any knowledge pertaining to SCP-2399 from public awareness. Foundation satellites in orbit around Jupiter are to maintain constant vigilance of SCP-2399's reconstruction efforts, and make all attempts to hinder that process should SCP-2399 reach a minimum of 75% completion. Additionally, a perimeter of long-range electromagnetic jamming sites has been situated in high Jupiter orbit. Any transmissions intercepted by this array are to be summarily decoded and logged. In the event of SCP-2399 surpassing 75% completion or an information breach in the jamming perimeter, necessary Foundation personnel are to engage Protocol Legionnaire 5, see Addendum 2399L5, given its completion by that time. SCP-2399 is a massive, complex botanical structure currently located in Jupiter's lower atmosphere. Since its visual discovery in 1963, SCP-2399 has been observed to use highly advanced antimatter-based weaponry to create spatial disruptions and devastate the atmospheric, observed as a large red vortex, commonly known as the Great Red Spot. SCP-2399 appears to be damaged, possibly due to an impact with the Moon, Io, before coming to its rest in its current position. SCP-2399 has been observed releasing a multitude of small, octopoid repair drones in efforts to repair the damage it has taken. Some of these drones will remain near SCP-2399, while others will patrol nearby moons, or deeper into the glasses of Jupiter itself, in search of parts that SCP-2399 is missing. Computer modules estimate that SCP-2399 is at 59% completion, with the current rate of 0.78% annually. This rate has increased from an estimated 0.12% in 1970. Despite its damaged state, SCP-2399 appears to possess a limitless power supply, advanced electromagnetic shielding, matter-disrupting weaponry, the ability to repair damage done to itself, and a precise tracking and targeting system. Due to the large difference in technological advancement between the creator of SCP-2399 and our own, for all intents and purposes, SCP-2399 is currently indestructible by human means. In theory, SCP-2399 might be left vulnerable by a powerful enough electromagnetic pulse. Unfortunately, this technology does not yet exist. Since 1971, SCP-2399 has been a recipient of unending stream of electromagnetic-based communications originating in the Triangulum Galaxy, roughly 3 million light-years from Earth. Means of SCP-2399's travel to our solar system, the means of its communications are all unknown. From 1971 to 1985, SCP-2399 continuously received a single encoded message which, through the code-breaking translation efforts, appeared to be a command to repair the damage it incurred upon our solar system. After this time, the barrier array was established to intercept these messages. This coincided with a period of radio silence from the origin of the communications, until 1996, when a different order began transmitting. The barrier array has thus far prevented SCP-2399 from receiving this command. SCP-2399 was originally observed, albeit unknowingly, by Giovanni Cassini in 1665. The following is taken directly from Cassini's journal on the event, translated from Italian to English. I have observed something extraordinary in the heavens. Last night, as I gazed through my looking glass, I saw what appeared to be a star of great luminance through the far reaches of our solar system. I'd never recorded an object moving so fast. It had surpassed other outer planets in fewer than 2 hours. As I watched with my own 2 eyes, I saw it slow as it closed on Jupiter and made a sharp turn, and disappeared to the planet itself. I saw many bursts of light afterwards, but although I continued to peer at it until the sun broke, I saw no additional disturbances in the night sky. I must continue to document these changes, and will alert my colleagues when the day is upon me. I took Peter to my observation point last night, but away from the night I saw the fire rain upon Jupiter in the heavens, he brought along his own looking glass, and together we aimed our view upon the giant. To our surprise, a magnificent change has occurred. Where once a distant world showed only bands of color, there's now a great red spot where the star came to rest on the surface of Jupiter. Peter was incredulous, of course, that such an amazing discovery could have been taken place before our very own eyes. I will continue to take note of this. Tonight, as I peered through my looking glass, I swear on my life that I observed what looked to me like explosions and starbursts emanating from a red spot. I fear my mind is playing tricks on me, for there had been no record of such violent outbursts by a heavenly body since the dawn of astronomy. I will consult Peter on the morrow, and hopefully glean from him some advice on the matter. Peter sees the same as I. As I approached him with my concerns, he leveled the same with me, and through our following discussion we concluded that it must be a powerful reaction to the falling star, and not a product of our own shortcomings. I am left wondering what cataclysmic event must be taking place upon our heavenly neighbor. Our work on this document must go on. Addendum 2399, that's 2B. At hours on Barrier Unit 53 observed one of SCP-2399 repair drones were closing in on a piece of debris, quickly determined to be a part of the damaged communications array. Because of the nature of this specific component and the ramifications of allowing SCP-2399 to recover it, it was ordered that Barrier Unit 45 fire upon the drone with its onboard concussion batteries. Batteries were discharged, however the drone appeared undamaged. Footage obtained by Barrier Unit 53 shows that while the payload in question was launched towards the repair drone, it was destroyed within 5 kilometers of the target by additional charges originating from SCP-2399. Command lost contact with Barrier Unit 45 15 seconds after the initial discharge, with video observation showing SCP-2399. The resulting spatial anomaly originated in the termination of Barrier Unit 45 by Barrier Units 44, 51, and 55. Under no circumstances are any Barrier Units to further engage either SCP-2399 or drones released by SCP-2399. After the events of it was decided that necessary force would be authorized to destroy or incapacitate SCP-2399, using Foundation resources as well as resources from 45 nations, notably and a platform of warheads bearing megaton payloads and warheads bearing EMP detonators was launched and placed to orbit around Europa on at hours with orders from 15 heads of state and 05, 05, 05, 05, and 05. The entire payload of Project Gaius was launched towards SCP-2399. Efforts to develop alternative methods of eliminating SCP-2399 are currently underway. Addendum 2399-L5. So, SCP-2399. Have you ever sat and wondered maybe after you hear about a car accident in the street you were just on or a bombing in the city you were just visiting, just how lucky you are to be alive? Just how many things have to go right for you to continue to exist? A few seconds too late, a few seconds too early, and somebody reaches for something they dropped, and a busload of people run into another busload of people. Sometimes this kind of thing does happen, as we've seen far too often. But that's what we're here for, to protect those who can't protect themselves from things they wouldn't know to protect themselves from. We can't do it all though. As many things we've been able to contain, as many as we've been able to keep under lock with threat to destroy us all, still far too many remain that we can't do anything about. Whether they're too big, or too fast, or too powerful. Any of these things could blink and wipe out humanity from existence. The fact that they haven't done yet, so is just luck. SCP-2399, however, is different. We have little information regarding SCP-2399's motives, origins, and full capabilities. We do not understand how it's capable of communicating over such large distances, or why those who constructed it, if it was in fact constructed, sent it to us in the first place. We do not know what would happen if SCP-2399 were to fully repair itself, or if part of our array would break down and the message would get through. We do not know this, so we must assume the worst. Judging by what we've seen, were SCP-2399 to have reached Earth, it would have led to our timely destruction. But sometimes, humanity gets a little help. Sometimes something steps in the way of the apocalypse. For us, and for SCP-2399, it was Jupiter. As SCP-2399 began to slow its approach to Earth, Cassini saw what we've been able to ascertain, that SCP-2399 struck Io, was damaged, and was unable to escape the gravitational pull of Jupiter. Its weapons activated as they were intended, but it was Jupiter that experienced doomsday, not us. Eventually, though, it's likely that SCP-2399 will resume full functionality, and will likely be able to pull away from Jupiter and proceed towards its target. As of now, we can keep hurling bombs and EMPs at it all we want, but we've got no indication that any of it will do so much as scratch the thing. On the contrary, experience dictates it would do nothing at all. If this were to happen now, we would undoubtedly be destroyed. Jupiter has given us time. For now, SCP-2399 will remain there, reassembling itself while we devise some way to stop it. Like it or not, we are in an arms race with this thing. Our best guesses give us something like 25 years until it is able to hear past our dampening array. Until then, we must seize the opportunity that it has laid before us. We must use the time we have been given and not let it be wasted. So we devised Project Legionnaire. One gigantic EMP, powered by God knows what, followed by a volley of nukes big enough to wipe out our civilization 1,000 times over. A blunt plan, and simple, yet likely futile. Our researchers and researchers around the globe have yet to devise a way to deliver that kind of pulse, let alone a way to power it. There's no indication whatsoever that we will be able to complete Project Legionnaire on time, or if we'll do what it is intended when it is completed. But we must try. We must do something. Even if we have to drain our banks and empty our minds, we must try. Not often do we get a chance to see the swerving bus that will end our lives and step out of the way. Jupiter unknowingly has offered us that chance. I suggest we take it. Randall McAllen, Director. Barrier Project, Site. Addendum 2399. Comms log. We saw the sound and heard the light. All messages logged are to be understood as having repeated themselves continuously, either until a new message is logged or a logged instance of radio silence. 1971. Unit is damaged. Repair. 1985. Updating orders. Maintain position. Repair. 1985. Period of radio silence. Barrier array is established. 1996. Unit is out of range of target. Proceed to Planet 3 in system. Repair. 2015. Unit is out of range of target. Proceed to Planet 3 in system. Priority is target. Cease repairs.